As Lewis Hamilton, now at Ferrari, dares to dream of a record 8th F1 world title, the Tifosi will be hoping the Brits can bring glory back to Italy. To many, Ferrari and Formula One are inseparable. They're the only team in the sport today to have competed in the first World Championship in 1950, are the most successful team in history and have built some absolutely gorgeous cars. Their first driver's title was won in 1952 by Alberto Ascari. Considered one of F1's most dominant and best-loved champions, he drove the iconic Ferrari 500 and defended his title the year after. It was Juan Manuel Fangio in his Ferrari 250 who secured the team's next driver's title in 1956. Remember, he was world champion 5 times with 4 different teams. Mike Hawthorne, Phil Hill and John Surtees also won titles for Ferrari in the 50s and 60s, and the cars back then were beautiful, and they even sounded great, didn't they? Anyway, Ferrari went 11 years without winning a title until Niki Lauda won in 1975 in the iconic 312T. Throughout much of the 80s and 90s, though, Ferrari looked like they'd never go all the way again. Le Professeur Alain Prost came pretty close in 1990, but lost out to his bitter rival and former teammate at McLaren, Ayrton Senna. It was only when John Todt recruited a swathe of staff from outside of Italy, including Michael Schumacher, that the glory days returned 21 years after their last driver's title. The turn of the century saw the prancing horse sprint to an unprecedented 5 consecutive championship doubles. And after Schumacher left, Kimi Räikkönen reclaimed the driver's title immediately. But despite employing 1,500 people, the Iceman remains the last Ferrari world champion. So, 16 constructors' titles, 7 more than McLaren, and 15 drivers' titles, 4 more than, again, McLaren. Ferrari are truly Formula One's top team. Forza Ferrari.
It's the biggest get-together since Oasis reformed this year. That's right, it's Catman and Cundy back on the radio for the first time in quite some time. We'll reminisce in a minute. You're more than welcome to come and join us. 03717 22 334. It's the Sports Bar Weekender on talkSPORT. We've got a little bit of Quizzy Rascal coming up your way at around about 11:30. Before it, all the weekend's football. If you're off to a game this weekend, you want to get stuck into some of that conversation, you're more than welcome to do so. The hotly anticipated Manchester City-Liverpool game will be kicking us off. Like I said, 03717 22 334. It's the Sports Bar Weekender on talkSPORT. My man!
Catman, how are you?
We ain't done one of these for a bit, have we?
It's been a while, matey.
We ain't done one of these for a bit.
It's been a long time, mate. You're looking well, you know. You
Likewise.
No, you look like...
You've been getting the steps in?
No, I can't. I'm dodgy now. I can't get any steps.
Yeah, but you look like you've been doing something. What have you been doing? Pilates?
No.
You've been on the reformer, haven't you? You've been in one of them beds that throw you all over the place.
I've not, mate. It's just...
What have you been doing?
Staying away from my heart. No, not staying away from my heart. Nothing, mate. I can't. My knee's absolutely crocked, as you well know.
Yeah.
Just try to look after my diet. But you've done a little bit of weight in the old chops, haven't you?
Got to get the steps in, mate.
No, you're good. Is it the steps?
That's the steps. Yeah. Gotta
How many steps a day? Is it 8,000? Is that the one?
Minimum 10.
Is it 10 now?
You've got to get to 10.
Has it gone up?
That's it.
That's what happens when labouring and go, no, and it don't again. I'm only joking, obviously.
That's it.
How are you, bud? How's the family? Everyone well?
Everybody's well, mate. Everybody's well. All good. Cannot complain. You know what I mean? We're here. We're breathing. We're getting to talk about the things that we like to talk about.
Mate, honestly, this shows, and you can't fail on this show because literally you're looking ahead to like another massive weekend.
Yeah.
Right? Not just Premier League football, League One, League Two, Championship, all of that shizzle.
I can tell Christmas is coming at your house, by the way, mate.
Well,
every time I turn the radio on, right, you're on. Every time.
Well,
what are you doing?
Got an ex-wife to pay for. There's a lot of things.
That's it. When Father Christmas sends his invoice, mate, you know what I mean? You got to be ready for it.
There's a lot of receipts. There's a lot of receipts going on there.
You got to be.
Well, I'm good, bud. I'm good. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
And an action-packed weekend of football, mate.
Indeed.
Obviously, your lads have got the evening kick-off tomorrow, haven't
We
they?
have, yeah. We're the late kick-off against managerless Wolves, as far as I'm concerned. Unless something's happened that I don't know about the last 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? When you're playing against a team and they change the manager in the next game, everyone goes, oh, God, I could do without that. I could do without that. Yeah. Pereira's...
You don't want to bounce. You don't want to bounce.
You don't want that. Is it... What about the non-manager bounce? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, we had it at Blackburn, right? We when John Eustace left us, which is random because we're playing Derby this weekend, when he cleared off, we had an interim manager for about 3 games. Won them all.
See, that's...
Mate, we were flying.
So the non-manager
new manager came in and then we bounced back down again.
Right. So I should be worried?
Caretakers are the worst because all the lads know the caretaker, don't they? Normally the mates with the caretaker, they're going to run through brick walls for the caretaker.
Why are you doing this?
The Wolves lads will definitely put a shift in tomorrow night. They might not win, but they'll put a shift in.
Do you know what they're doing as well? So, yeah, they're putting a shift in because there's someone watching. Someone's always watching.
Yeah.
I don't care. At any level,
that's it.
They always tell you as a kid, someone's always watching you. Yeah. Someone's always watching. So those players will be...
The new manager will be watching, so make sure you put a shift in.
The non-manager bounce is going to happen at Stamford Bridge tomorrow.
We'll start, shall we, with what's going on Sunday. Has like early Premier League years used to have the Manchester United Arsenal games. They were the ones that you would look forward to as a non-fan of either side.
Oh yeah,
sat there on a Sunday afternoon. You got your Sunday roast on. You got a nice little bottle of Malbec knocking about, mate. That's the game that you're looking forward to.
Yeah,
and then it moved into the Chelsea Arsenal era. Chelsea Man United era. Mm-hmm. Now it seems like it's the Manchester City Liverpool era. Would you go along with that? Is this the game in the football calendar for the non-connected fan to a Premier League side?
Why have you done this to all the gooners out there? Honestly,
it is. It is.
I know, but they're all screaming at the radio now, going, "What about us?"
Do you know why I said that?
No, sensitive. They are the gooners right now. Yeah. No, sensitive.
Yeah, but let me tell you why I say this. Right, I am confident that Manchester City Liverpool will be an entertaining game of football. The reason for it is because I know that people will come at me and say, well, City changed their style against Arsenal this year. Yeah, they did for one game. It's the only time I think I can remember Pep Guardiola doing that. City and Liverpool, they play a certain way. They just play. They go at it. They go and play football, and it's normally a good game of football to watch. Whereas other teams might adjust their styles in order to cater for what the other team has to offer them on the day.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think that there's a bit of a romantic view here since Klopp has left? Because what was last year's slot v...
Maybe I am thinking...
I think the best era I can remember...
The rock and roll football. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In the last... Let me think about this. 10 years was Klopp versus Pep. That was... They were the games.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And I think there's a little bit of romanticism that you're kind of harking back to the good old...
Maybe.
By the way, it's only over...
2 years ago, mate.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah, right?
But I don't know whether the slot version of Liverpool versus the Pep version of this Man City is going to deliver what we saw.
All right.
Go on.
No. With what you're saying, with where they are currently at right now, it feels like it is coming together of what we saw 2 years ago. Because I do still think Liverpool are just a touch. They look great against Real Madrid, right? But there's still a little bit of a touch of vulnerability there. From Man City's point of view, yeah, they're looking great. But you can get at them. If you attack them and you get them in the right spots, there's a gap there. I
find between the two of them, they still haven't nailed down their identity, exactly who they are. I think last season, I said this, and Liverpool fans are going to come at me, I did feel Liverpool were a bit dull. I thought the Premier League was dull, right?
Yeah.
And they coped and done everything. It's not criticism of Liverpool. It's just saying, I think they've done what they had to do and they got everything on. Now, I'm looking at this Premier League. Everyone's criticising Arsenal, right? By being dull. it's not criticism. I'm not criticising them. Defensively, if you are a strong unit, someone's got to break you down. Find a way.
It is dull, though, isn't it?
I mean, that's so hard.
It is, though, isn't it? Like, no, all you can do is talk about the entertainment factor of the game of football. Winning's winning. And the fan that is connected to the win will always say that's the most entertaining part of it.
Someone said years ago, it wasn't me, but I'm now going to play. If you want to be entertained, go to the cinema.
No,
right?
no.
Watch EastEnders.
I want to be entertained. I want to feel something. You want to feel something, don't you?
I know, but footballers aren't. I genuinely believe this. They're not paid to entertain. They're paid to win.
Right, but you can win in an entertaining way.
You can.
When you go to watch Chelsea, you want to be entertained.
Oh, no. First thing, top of the list, in big block caps, win.
But
below that, in second, in small caps, want to be entertained. No, it's true, Catman.
Okay. But
you just want to win. You want to see your team. I'm going to see my team win. Sometimes you win well, sometimes you win ugly, right? Over the course of the season, if you come away with the big dogs, Champions League, Premier League, no one's going to go, but no one cares. Arsenal won't care.
Yeah, but as a neutral watching the game on a Sunday afternoon,
I was a neutral.
I want to be entertained. Now, as I look at these two sides, I actually find both of these sides entertaining. Do you not? Maybe
I don't think the Premier League's.
You don't think the Premier League's entertaining?
No, I don't. I think in the last couple of years, maybe I'm not as entertained as I used to be. I'm genuinely not.
Okay.
I don't find it as.
What, you finding teams more pragmatic? Is that what you're finding?
I just feel that the game is not as. I just feel that there's a cautiousness about teams, the way they approach games.
Okay.
And I think Pep is probably as much to blame about this as anyone, because the way that he sets his team up, and they were so good at keeping the ball. And then how can you beat a team that keep the ball? Eventually, you've then got to go a bit more direct. I think as a consequence, I think one of the reasons we're seeing teams go a little bit more direct and have success. And I remember this at Barcelona when they didn't have a front man when Eto'o left.
Yeah.
Right? And they were all full of brilliantly, technically wonderful, gifted footballers. But they were all like a team of like Victorian chimney sweeps. But they were, though.
Yeah, they were.
And you could, but when the ball's on the deck, it's fine. Put the ball in the air, you cause problems. There's Puyol at the back. And I feel that there's a cycle, and Arsenal have found a way. And Arsenal are the reason everyone's doing what they're doing, because Arsenal come up with this about 18 months, 2 years ago. Let's try set pieces. And they're getting criticised. I can't believe they're getting criticised, because it's finding a way around the team that technically will keep the ball. And there's those little odd moments that you get in a game, and set pieces are so important. And teams are now latched onto that. Arsenal have found the way. Arteta has found the way to beat a Pep side. And now Pep, you look at him, he's brought Donnarumma in.
Yeah.
Now Donnarumma he's not an Alisson.
He's not a Pep goalkeeper, no.
He's not.
He's not.
Now what's he doing? He's got big old Erling Haaland up front, who's now going, can we be a little bit more direct? Can we find a way to go through the thirds and be a little... Honestly, I think this battle is still going on between Arteta and Pep.
They also brought in, one of the key things that City did it in the close season, and I know it's all not come together. They brought in Pep Linders, didn't they, as an offensive coach within the side. And what you are seeing with City, and I've been to see him a couple of times this season. I was on in the middle of the week against Dortmund. They're moving the ball through the thirds quicker than they would do traditionally. Normally, it's out from the back, nice little side to side, keep moving people side to side, wait for the gap, and then they'll go. Whereas now, as you've just said, Donnarumma's picking that ball up and he's pinging it out to the fullback. Right, let's go. Try and get it out to Doku as quick as you possibly can. Let's try and get that ball into the likes of the Fodens as quickly as we possibly can so we can get the ball into Erling Haaland. It does seem like there is a speed to what Manchester City are doing this season, which is entertaining. That's what I'm kind of referring to.
Well, it depends what you consider entertaining, right?
Fast. I like it fast.
We all like it. Everyone loves it fast.
I like it fast. I like it fast.
Everyone likes it fast, right? We do, don't we? Move the ball through the thirds. But if you go back to even 18 months ago, Alisson would pick the ball. He'd try and find Haaland. Why? Because they're all pressing.
Yeah.
Right? They're all pressing because they want to come at the back. And they found a way, Man City. Now, all of a sudden, things have changed again. Now the long ball and the set pieces, and in particular the throw-ins are coming.
Yeah.
Managers, teams, and the set piece coaches, they're coming up with new ways to find a way to beat what's in front of us. And as a consequence, Arsenal come up with the first solution, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah.
They come up with it, and Pep has created his own. Now he's got to come up with the solution with what's going on, and Pep has responded by bringing... Donnarumma's not a brilliant goalkeeper with the ball at his feet.
No.
Right, so why has he targeted him? Why? He's a good shot stopper. He's a brilliant shot stopper. Not convinced about his handling in certain areas. He's tried to come up with a way. They've got Haaland up top, so they can do that. They can be a team that can go a little bit longer, earlier. Plays the ball at a fullback. Sometimes they might miss Doku out. I'm intrigued how this is going, but credit to Arteta. He's found a way to disrupt what Pep has done.
Okay, then. With what you just said then about Arsenal finding that way, is this game, Man City-Liverpool, is it a must-win game for both sides?
I would say must not lose, in particular for Liverpool. If Liverpool lose this, they're on the back of like a couple of really bad results, bad performances. It feels like they're finding their feet. I don't know whether they are. I'm not convinced by either. Defensively, Arsenal are the best side. The records will tell you that. Arteta has got things right at every end. Arteta he's not caring about entertaining. It's right. I'll keep the back door shut when I've got enough magic up top. In terms of City and Liverpool right now, those two have got the problem. How do you catch Arsenal? Because over the last 2 years, the team in the Premier League that was the most points without winning the title was Arsenal.
03717 22 33 44. How'd you catch Arsenal? We'll try and talk about that next. Now then, speaking ahead of his 1,000th game in charge of Manchester City, Pep Guardiola was asked whether he's realised he's changed the way football is played. Here's his response.
I don't know. So that's for sure. In this time, I played the teams. I try to make our teams play alongside my staff, and all the players the way I wanted. I didn't betray 1 second my feelings. No one. And in that process, I learned a lot. And I changed many things. But the fundamentals, what I believe deep inside of my heart, I didn't betray once. And when I betray, it's because after that I said, oh, what? Because take a bad decisions or play bad or the opponent is better, that doesn't mean I feel I did something I could not believe. And that never happened. Never. So always I try to finish the game. I said, oh, I like the team, how they play. And in this moment, of course, I change many things, especially because any player is different. And any squad and every season and any country I train is different. So that's why I adapt, of course, the quality of the players.
Pep Guardiola speaking at his press conference a little earlier on ahead of the game against Liverpool. What has he done to change the way that people play football?
Well, he's changed. We can look at any level of football. You go back 3 years ago, everyone's trying to play out from the back. Everyone. Even if you can't do it. Vincent Kompany come up with Burnley.
Yeah.
I've seen Russell Martin try to do it with Southampton, play out from the back. This formula. But you need you need to have the acumen to know how to do it and get your team to do it. Plus, you need the players. I could never have played out from the back. That was never my game. I could never have done that. But you need the players to do that, to get the ball for the goal, give it. And I've said this, it's amazing, right? The worst player on the pitch with the ball at his feet is the goalkeeper, yet they're asked and expected to make the riskiest passes on the pitch in their own box. They play the ball in their own box to players that are coming towards them with feet. They're coming with someone at their backside. Oh, my God, in my day, if that was done, that was an absolute crime. You go long because someone's at your backside, then you find the space in behind. Pep has done it because he's obviously a brilliant manager. He's got enough money to get the best players to do it. Also, he's a deep thinker about the game. He changes. Wherever country he plays in, he adapts. Wherever competition, he'll adapt. And, he's having to adapt now because he's second best at the minute.
How does he adapt though now? Because like what you've just said there, he's been using goalkeepers as sweepers, the old school sweeper in a way, an 11th actual player on the pitch that's integral to the actual playing of the football rather than just shot stopping. What's the next evolution of this? Because, like you said, everybody's now doing a very similar thing. So everybody's pressing from the front. Everybody's trying to play through that press. Mm-hmm. What's the next evolution, do you think? I
think we're seeing the next evolution is a combination of a little bit of both. Because sometimes, because we're now in an era where players or teams are expected to have lots of the ball. It's about controlling the ball. Not necessarily percentage-wise what you want, but Maresca, for example, my team, Maresca likes to control the ball. He likes to have the ball to control the tempo of the game. That can't always happen. Sometimes you need to go long. And if you look at what's happened to Robert Sanchez over the last year, a year ago, Maresca said, if Robert Sanchez does not play out from the back or do something similar to what I want, he won't be in the team. Now look at Robert Sanchez. He's now looking to go longer. That message has changed. Maresca has seen that. He's changing now. He's happy to go long. You are prepared to play balls, and you'd rather lose the ball.
Is that at the discretion of the player?
No,
or is that at the discretion of the team that they are playing against?
Do you know what? I think in-game management from players, I think that's probably lost a little bit. When you go back to and I don't want to be one of these that harks back, back in my day, but sometimes if the game is not going well, you've sometimes got to manage the game as you see it on the pitch. Yeah. If things haven't gone well, something's changed. You can't stick to
This is what I want to ask you.
You can't stick to the narrative because you're getting outplayed.
Right, this is where I want to go. Do you think modern players are thinking less than in your era, for example?
Yes, I do. I genuinely feel that. I genuinely feel that the in-game management, players have got to take a bit more responsibility. They are a bit more robotic about the way they play because they're not overcoached. I don't know. There's systems, the way that they build from the back. It literally is it's set out in a pattern.
Yes.
And you drop here, you go there. I think
when this guy presses, this is the trigger for this.
That's you, and then you come in. I think Enrique at PSG was the first one I've seen that really broke it and still played a brilliant attacking style of football.
Yeah.
Yet still broke from the back, yet had all of the important factors that you were coached in, yet they broke at pace. They didn't overplay. Once you find that space, bang. And Kvaratskhelia one side, Doué the other. And you got Dembele up top. Wow. That's the best I've seen in the last year.
But is that because he had different philosophies for in possession and out of possession?
Yeah, but also he's the deep thinkers, these guys. He's thinking about what's coming up next. How can I circumnavigate that? What am I coming up against? How can I work? Because PSG were always going to win most games in France.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's against the best in Europe. Well, they come up with that answer. They were brilliant last year when they won the Champions League, right? And now I'm looking at Pep. This is not Pep I saw 2 years ago. This is nowhere near the same manager.
Jackie.
All right, Jackster.
Man.
Come on.
Hello,
Listen.
Jason. How are we?
All right,
Okay.
Jackster.
Listen, I thought we'd give you a little bit of a treat, a little bit of a Friday night treat. Jason's rocked up here.
How are your knuckles, Jack?
They're fine now. They're much better, thank you.
Good.
Everything's good.
Listen.
Everything's good.
We've had the best part of 1,000 games now of Pep Guardiola. How's that evolved for you over that period of time?
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to say congratulations, Pep. I was there for his first, and I'm there on Sunday. And I can't wait for this one. There's going to be all sorts going on Sunday. So it's going to be a good day. Yeah, I think the team now, obviously, like you've been talking, I've been listening, it's not like it was back in 2018, 19, 17, the way we used to pass when we had Sane on one side, Sterling on the other, Sergio up front. We had Dzeko, didn't we, going back? That's quite a few years ago. But the football now, like you said, Donnarumma can't play it like Edison. So what they're doing is playing it in the box to the right back or left back, and then they're trying to get it down to Doku or Savino, who's ever on the other side, and get it to Haaland. That's what they're doing now. It's just totally different football to what it was back 2 or 3 years ago. I agree.
From an entertainment listen, from an entertainment point of view, I'm actually fine because I was saying to Jay before, I actually like the speed of the way teams go through those transitions from back to front. I like that.
Yeah.
This feels like a bit of a throwback, the way that City are trying to do it this season. It feels like it is maybe 10, 15 years removed of where we were at 2 years ago.
Yeah, it definitely does, to be fair. I mean, the speed, you said you was there on Wednesday, and the speed on Wednesday was really good. I mean, they're a lot quicker now with the ball than what it was last season. And I think that the clicking now, they really are clicking now, because I think Nico in midfield, Nico Gonzalez is really hitting the ground running. And then obviously Nico O'Reilly on one side, Nunes is playing really well. And I think the whole team now is knitting together, to be fair. It just annoys me, Catman. I did go to Villa, and it wound me up when he didn't play with the CDM. And that's the only reason we lost that game. If we would have played Nico there, or whatever, but put Reinders there, because I don't know if you find this, Catman, I find sometimes Reinders does slow the game down a little bit, whereas Cherky makes it faster. I don't know what your opinion is, but that's my opinion.
Jack, can I ask you a question?
You can ask what
Do you remember when about 5 years ago I said that Man City were boring and you weren't happy?
No, I wasn't.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that conversation I had with you saying that I felt Man City were boring?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is now a very different Man City team. They passed you to death, and it was laborious as a neutral. It's back for, and they would keep the ball, and they would tire teams out, and eventually the quality would tell. Honestly, that Man City's that time I can't remember the year, but that was so dumb. Now look at Pep. Look at this team. Same manager, same club, totally different philosophy, completely different.
Yeah, but he's got to play that way, hasn't he? You know, probably.
You guys about adapting, right?
The players are different to what they were back then, Jason.
No. The managers are different. You can still find those same players to do that. He has got to come up with a plan, and that's the brilliance of Pep, actually. It's a compliment because he's finding another way to build another team, to try and find another way to win the Premier League.
Yeah, he is, but I don't know. I am enjoying it. I mean, the start of the season wasn't too good, but we have. I mean, Catman, like I said, you went the other night, and what did you think of it? I thought, that they are getting better. They're looking like the Man City, what we used to. From last season was absolutely awful football. But we did have so many injuries. Not making excuses. We had about 11, 12 injuries at one time, didn't we? From like November.
Listen. There's no coincidence. There's no coincidence as to why Erling Haaland's flying, because they are looking for him quicker. Last season it was pedestrian. They weren't getting it to him. It was a mess. This season it is a case of the whole point is get the ball, get it out as quick as you possibly can, and get it to the big man.
Let me ask you a question. Right? Sorry, that's why Grealish has gone.
Yeah, because he held on to the ball too long.
Right, but that's what Pep wanted.
Last season, yeah. It's all
now
changed.
Doku doesn't do that.
No.
They move it quickly. Grealish slows the game down.
Well, but both wide guys, Doku, Savinho, who's playing at the moment, are all about attacking and getting that ball as quickly as they possibly can into the box. Keep your calls coming. 03717 22 33 44. Liverpool fans will take some from you as well, and how your team has actually evolved this year as well, because everything seems to be changing ahead of this monster game come Sunday. You're listening to the talkSPORT Sports Bar Weekender.
Get in the ring to win on talkSPORT.
We've got a new prize up for grabs, and it is a knockout. We're giving you the chance to win 2 tickets to the highly anticipated rematch between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium next Saturday night, 15th of November. The prize includes one night stay at a 5-star hotel in London, plus £5,000 spending. I'll tell you what, they look after you lot. They look after. I'm doing the fight, and they look. Look at this for a prize. I don't get a 5-star hotel.
Get involved.
Yeah, I definitely don't get £5,000 anyway. It's going to be an unforgettable weekend. Listen up. This is how you enter it.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word BOX to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 13th of November at 1 p.m. and you need to answer our call to win. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Keep your calls coming. 03717 22 33 Sports Bar Weekend. I'm Adam Catterall, Jason Cundy alongside me. We've got the quiz coming up. Are you in the mood for a bit?
I love a quiz, mate. Everyone loves a quiz.
It's coming up. It's coming up in around about an hour from now. But first, we got Michael. How are you, mate?
Mikey?
I'm good.
What can we do you for on this fantastic Friday evening, mate? You had a good week at work?
I've been hectic, mate. Hectic. Been busy.
Okay. Well, have you got a less hectic weekend lined up?
Yeah.
Is that it? Are you going to elaborate on that? What are you up to? Come on, man.
I'm going to watch the football. United against Spurs.
Say that again?
United versus Spurs.
Okay, yeah. You've got that.
He just wants to talk football. He's not interested in personal life.
He doesn't want no chat, does he?
No.
He doesn't want no chat. He wants to get stuck into the footy.
He's not interested.
Go on then, Mike. Go on then. What do you want to talk about, mate?
Well, I tell you what, I kept saying to you guys before, but I think Amwin should have been sacked a few weeks ago, and in the beginning of the season, because obviously he's been playing really, really bad.
Yeah.
Actually, he's adapted, and the reason he's adapted because we've actually got a goalkeeper.
Sounds like an apology. Is this an apology, Mikey?
Yeah, it's an apology, but at the end of the day, you can see why I said we should have sacked him. You know, the results weren't looking great last season. They weren't looking great, beginning of the season. Now he's improved. Now, the reason
Manager of the month. Manager of the month now, mate.
Well, people are shocked, aren't they? I mean, I'm shocked. I didn't think we would get as many points we got now.
Mikey, I can't work out. Is this an apology?
It is an apology.
It is. So you're 100% wrong?
I was 100% wrong. Okay.
So now,
like I said to you, beginning of the season, if we signed a decent goalkeeper, and this goalkeeper, he's not bad, is he? For the price that we got him for, and the age he is, he's a very good goalkeeper.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think United trust him because when we played him, you feel like, oh yeah, he's actually made some good saves. But defence are trusting him because they're pushing forward a bit more. So it gives United a bit more room to adapt and do what they have to do to win games.
So the only problem was the goalkeeper.
That was the major issue.
The only issue or the major issue? I mean, what other issues were there?
Midfield legs.
Right. What's changed there?
Well, he's adapted the system.
What's he done?
He's playing the same system. He's adapting. When we have the ball, we can actually play out wider. When we ain't got the ball, we close the gaps to make it tougher for the opposition to break through it.
Right, so United are back, in your opinion, they're back?
They're back. We're back where we should be.
Which is where?
Well, we're top of the table. If results go our way, we could be second if results go well.
No, what if they don't know, Mikey? And this is always I've got the league table in front of me here. If they don't go well, matey, you could be bottom half again.
But there has
have then you got it wrong?
Yeah, it's been a massive improvement. I can't see United finish as bad as they were last season, surely. I know the Grimsby result was really, really bad.
I don't know. Do we all think that United have completely turned the corner? Are we all totally convinced that
I think there's been a massive upturn.
100%,
massive upturn.
100%. But those, that frailty that we saw against Forest is still very much alive and well. Plus, also another thing that needs to be highlighted: they have the luxury of failure actually doing them a favour because they have no European football. They got dumped out by Grimsby. And I remember watching my team, it's not just criticism of United, but when we won the title in 2015, Conte won it with no European football, no midweek. So it literally Saturday to Saturday.
Yeah.
And I think Amorim is in,
Are you going to say that? Are you saying that they're going to win the league?
No. But I just wonder whether, and we all talk about loading players' minutes or managing minutes. He hasn't got to manage minutes.
No.
There's no managing minutes.
Plus, he gets more time on the training ground.
Right.
He can spend some time.
This is just a fact. Man City had midweek games. Spurs, who they play, had a midweek. Okay, it wasn't that hard against Copenhagen. Still, players have still got to rock up.
Yeah.
He's had that Saturday to Saturday or Sunday to Saturday, whatever it might be. Chelsea were over in Baku. Now I know, but there's those minutes that Wolves don't have. That they're admitted. He doesn't have that problem, and maybe we're seeing a little bit of that starting to come into it.
I do think Mbeumo, Cunha,
of course,
Mason Mounts for him. All this is
of course. But imagine if they had to travel out to Russia, right, on Thursday, right, and playing on Sunday.
It is a factor.
And then they've got fixtures to look forward to.
Why can't you just say that at the back?
Because there are mitigating. I'm not convinced they are back, but I think there's an element of that we cannot pretend isn't going on behind the scenes either.
Okay. Harvey, how are you, mate?
Right, H.
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I'm good, man. Am Man United back?
No, I'm a United fan. That's waffle. Let's be honest. I think context is key here. We actually had a good start to the season.
Yeah.
Bunch of expected goals, chances from open play, all the above. There is a stark difference to last year, but there's also the eye test, right? Like you see things and you can't not see them with United.
What are you seeing?
I think
what are you seeing that you don't like?
Frailty at times, a bit too open on transition, those kind of things. And again, just not taking chances. Yeah, that burn. I've watched every game so far this season. I'm in the States, so I get to watch the 3 o'clock kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen every game. The Burnley game should have been about 5-0. That was the most one-sided. If that finished 2-2, would have been the most one-sided 2-2 I've seen in a while. But then you go to City, and you look awful. So, there's context to everything. I think we're a year and a half away. We're another 2-3 windows away from being at that point.
But you can definitely see the improvement, can't you?
You can see the improvement. There's no doubt. Anyone who says there isn't is incredible. But I just don't get the highs and lows of the coverage of 3 weeks ago. People were saying Amorim needs to go again. Like, did you watch the first 5 games? There was apart from Grimsby, there was a drastic difference. I think context is key. Same with Liverpool. I can't believe how badly they're getting away with it at the moment, or have been at the start of the season too. I think Slot might be in trouble next year if things keep going the way they're going.
In trouble this year, by the way.
Yeah, he might be, but it looked like it from February, March onwards. I don't know about you guys, but February, March onwards, it looked like he was getting his hands on that team to have more of his style. Mm. Salah started scoring less. They started creating less chances, more open on the counter-attack. You see it with Dutch managers that come into the Premier League. It just doesn't seem to work. The pace of the Premier League seems to catch them out when they start putting the fullbacks higher and packing the middle of the pitch. It's kind of incredible to watch, really. And, I just think they were getting away with it early. And a bunch of my Liverpool mates who are in my fantasy football group over here, they've been freaking out non-stop all season. They are panicking, to say the least. That Real Madrid game in the middle of the week, how poor were Madrid?
No, but he went back to... It felt a little bit like the Liverpool side we saw under Slot at the early part of last season. I mean, you go back 18 months or 12 months... 12 months before Klopp turned up, it felt a little bit like that performance.
Yeah.
A bit more workmanlike, resilient, weren't particularly spectacular, had big moments. Real Madrid were poor, but I thought Liverpool were excellent. But they weren't brilliant. I mean, they were good without being...
They didn't have to be.
No, but Liverpool won the title last season. They weren't great. Liverpool weren't great. They were good.
They were the best team in the league, mate.
Yeah.
Come on.
They weren't a great... They weren't great. They were good.
Yeah, but you can only beat what is put in front of you, can't you?
I know.
And that's what they did.
Yeah, but they weren't. No one tell. I've had this row with Liverpool fans for last year. That's not a great Liverpool team. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. That that Klopp team wipes the floor with Slot. Same players.
You might be right.
That's what I'm saying.
You might be right.
That's all I'm saying.
It does feel a little bit harsh to have a go at a team that won the league, though.
I'm the go. I'm just
everybody.
No, I'm just making the point, and I got slaughtered for saying it, and now everyone's saying, "Oh, the Premier League's not great." I said that Liverpool.
Do you not think the Premier League? I'm finding it really entertaining this year.
No,
you're not at all. Like with the rise of the Sunderlands and the Bournemouths and all those types of teams.
It makes it interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not intrigued. I'm not going to watch. Yeah. I'm not saying I don't love watching it, but I don't know. Where is Thierry Henry? Where's Eden Hazard? Where's Gareth Bale?
They're retired.
Where is that player?
Okay.
So Florian Wirtz was brought in to be that player, right? Where is he? Come on.
Hang on. It's his first season. It takes a little bit of time to get used to the Premier League, doesn't it?
Esteval at Chelsea's doing all right. I mean, yeah, I'll give you that. Fine. But where are those players? Forget Wirtz then, apart Wirtz. Where are these players? Where are the Magic Men? Where's the Bergkamps? Where's Thierry Henry?
When Bergkamp came, it took him a little bit of time to get used to the Premier League, didn't it?
Who has it taken a bit more time to see that we haven't seen yet? Who's that player? Where are they? Where are the Magic Men? Who are the Magic Men in the Premier League? Tell me who they are.
03717 22 3344. There's a big fella up front for Man City that's doing all right.
No, but he's a beast with magic in it. But he's not a magic man, is he? He's just a machine.
Get your calls in. We'll get you on the radio next. You're listening to Sports Bar Weekend on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app today for your latest odds and offers. You've got to be over 18. BeGambleAware.org. Listen, the Grinch is sat next to me here.
I'm not the Grinch, Catman.
The football Grinch.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news.
Listen, no, you've asked a very valid question. And in the break there, I came up with one name, and now I'm struggling for the
Give
rest
us the
of
name.
Well, when you were saying, where are the ballers? Where are the street footballers? Where are the people that get you on the edge of your seat? Where are the ones that excite you? When they pick the ball up, they're going to go and try past and do a trick and do someone. Yeah. So I was thinking of Bournemouth Semenya, right? That's
great example.
That's where I was
great example, yes.
But then I'm thinking, do you know something? When Eze gets the ball, I feel like that a little bit, that he's going to try and do something.
Agreed. Yep, I'll give you that one. Saka's
got a bit of that about him.
Yeah, he has, but
it's different.
He's had his injuries. I'm still waiting for the best version of Saka that I saw a year ago. He hasn't quite. I don't know, because he's kind of secret. It's like genie's at the bottle with Saka. He's so good. The brilliance about Saka, he can go both ways. He can go on the left foot and the right foot. And he's brilliant on either. Right?
So does Semenya.
Semenya is the best example right now. Semenya is the most exciting footballer, I think, in the Premier League. Yeah. Right now.
Yeah.
Given the ball, he's the most exciting 1v1.
I agree.
Even if it's 2v1 against him, he'll take
either side.
He'll take you on. Semenya he's the next cab off the rank, by the way. He's £100 million worth of player right now. I think personally, Bournemouth won't get that. And Buemo, right? For last year, right? He excites you when he gets the ball, right? Cunha. I mean, Man United have got two of them. Cunha gets the ball, bang, has a go at you. Who else? Who else is there?
Who are the guys at Liverpool? I mean, Salah's not doing it really this year so far, is he?
Salah's always been brilliant in kind of slightly different ways. He's never been a 1v1.
Yeah.
He'll do it in a different way. Salah's.
Where are they? Where are the ballers? Where are the ballers?
Look,
right, come on. Give us a list.
You now, I'm the bearer of bad news. They have dried up.
I'll tell you.
Oh, here we go.
No, I've got one. I do. This one gets me on the edge of my seat.
Go on.
Jared Bowen.
Yeah, but...
Jared Bowen gets me on the edge of my seat. I'm having that.
Yeah.
Don't shake your heads in there. Are you telling me that Jared Bowen's not good enough?
No.
Look at the production staff there.
No, let me turn around.
Come on.
I mean, no, but Jared Bowen...
Is it because he's shining in a poor side?
No, Jared Bowen is, but he's not Hazard, is he?
No, but
that's okay.
I find him exciting. I find him exciting.
But the levels are Bale, Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney. Right? Okay. That's where I'm going. I'm going to go Bergkamp, Henry. What's happened to football in this country?
Where are they? Where are the street ballers? Where are the Rooneys?
They're being so coached, overcoached, coached to a point where Grealish was one of those.
Yeah.
And Grealish is now
even Grealish now feels like he's not his first thought is to go at someone.
I saw Grealish play for Aston Villa, right, when they were, albeit in the Championship.
Yeah,
right?
he was mustard.
Right, okay, and he played, I think, slightly deeper, I seem to remember him, right? Mate, he would run at players. He would just be gone, right? Don't see that in this game anymore. His first touch is...
Well, it's conservative. It's a conservative first touch.
Safe. It's a safe first touch.
Yeah.
I don't know. The game it's evolved and changed. That Kvaratskhelia, right, and Doué at PSG.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the two best wide men in one team in world football I can think of right now.
Yeah. Vinny Jr.
But Vinny Jr. got,
Conor Bradley
in
his pocket.
Absolutely schooled him at the weekend.
He did, yeah.
Right? And you look disappointed. No, you're looking at me like a disappointed dad.
Yeah, exactly. You told me stuff about... You just stole my dreams, is basically what it's at. Because, like, you want... When I was a kid and I was looking at football... People were doing stuff that would blow your mind. You'd see the Bergkamp goals, you'd see those type of goals, you'd see those types of moves, the Cantonas and all these types of characters, the Mavericks, and you think to yourself, "Wow, man, this is just I want to be as good as that." You're never going to be as good as that, but you want to be that. Now it feels like the way that you're explaining this now, those players don't exist because everybody's playing to a system. They might exist to a certain point, but then they get to that certain point They're not allowed to be that.
No, because it's all about ball retention. It's about it's controlling the tempo of the game. It's about controlling how the game goes. You'd rather... It almost feels, and this is really simplifying it, if we have the ball, they can't score. That really is simplifying it to the lowest common denominator. If we've got the ball, they can, so if we go from right back to right midfield, out to full back, into midfield, back to centre half, out to the goalkeeper, they can't score.
That's boring.
What I'm saying, I mean, you think about, I mean, we really do sound like back in my day. But where is R9? Where's the R9 of this world? Where is he? This is a world. Is
it? I mean, obviously, I think most people would point towards Jamal, wouldn't they? I mean, he scored a world in midweek.
There's always going to be an exception to the rule, right? There's always going to be that because brilliant football is going. But largely, and I'm not interested in La Liga or Ligue 1 or Bundesliga.
Where is it in the Premier League?
I want to know where those players are that on a match of the day or on a Super Sunday, you turn on and you're watching
that have done a
player A.
Done a Matt Le Tissier from miles out. Yeah.
I mean, it's a great example, Matt Le Tissier, right? Matt Le Tissier now, right?
Yeah.
Imagine Matt Le Tissier in today's game.
He won't get picked.
No, I'm putting prime mid-90s Matt Le Tissier in the Premier League now.
I'd be the best player in the
league. Right, okay. So where is that player? I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to try this.
Would Matt Le Tissier be allowed?
Well, the problem is he needs players to run off him because Matt would find players.
Oh yeah.
You need those players.
But would a modern manager allow a Matt Le Tissier in their team? Because where is it now? Surely they exist. Surely these types of players exist. Why are they not in the team?
There's always going to be a place and a time for a Matt Le Tissier type quality, right? But if he was in today's game, you do fear that maybe his first instincts were to keep the ball. Sorry, mate.
We're going to talk England next. We'll change tack. 03717 22 3344.
Hamilton, now at Ferrari, dares to dream of a record 8th F1 world title. The Tifosi will be hoping the Brits can bring glory back to Italy. To many, Ferrari and Formula One are inseparable. They're the only team in the sport today to have competed in the first World Championship in 1950, are the most successful team in history, and have built some absolutely gorgeous cars. Their first driver's title was won in 1952 by Alberto Ascari. Considered one of F1's most dominant and best-loved champions, he drove the iconic Ferrari 500 and defended his title the year after. It was Juan Manuel Fangio in his Ferrari 250 who secured the team's next driver's title in 1956. Remember, he was world champion 5 times with 4 different teams. Mike Hawthorne, Phil Hill and John Surtees also won titles for Ferrari in the 50s and 60s, and the cars back then were beautiful, and they even sounded great, didn't they? Anyway, Ferrari went 11 years without winning a title until Niki Lauda won in 1975 in the iconic 312T. Throughout much of the 80s and 90s, though, Ferrari looked like they'd never go all the way again. Le Professeur Alain Prost came pretty close in 1990, but lost out to his bitter rival and former teammate at McLaren, Ayrton Senna. It was only when John Todt recruited a swathe of staff from outside of Italy, including Michael Schumacher, that the glory days returned 21 years after their last driver's title. The turn of the century saw the prancing horse sprint to an unprecedented 5 consecutive championship doubles. And after Schumacher left, Kimi Raikkonen reclaimed the driver's title immediately. But despite employing 1,500 people, the Iceman remains the last Ferrari world champion. So, 16 constructors' titles, 7 more than McLaren, and 15 drivers' titles, 4 more than, again, McLaren. Ferrari are truly Formula One's top team. Forza Ferrari.
It's a Sports Bar weekend with me, Adam Catterall, and the Grinch.
I know, I don't...
It is what it is. It is what it is. Where are all the Mavericks? Come on, answer that question. 03717 22 33 We'll talk England squad in a minute. In half an hour, we'll get stuck into a little bit of football trivia. Something for your WhatsApp group this weekend. All right, it's a Sports Bar weekend on talkSPORT. What did you make of the England squad?
I mean, there was... I kind of expected the vast majority. I think we all do, don't we? If you polled, 100 England fans or 1,000, I think most of them would have come up with the vast majority of them. The Adam Wharton one was really interesting because I felt he might have missed the boat. But when Tuchel explained that they've been trying to get him in the squad, I don't know how much we were aware of that. But good to see that because we need options in that part of the pitch. We have a problem at centre forward. That's even if we had a cover for Harry Kane, he's the only. That's the only position. If our number one player in that position is injured, suspended, whatever, that we don't have natural cover.
No.
The Grealish one, I think, goes back to the conversation we had 10, 15 minutes ago. I think he wants Tuchel. If you look at the players he's got Gordon, right? Who's the more technically gifted player, Gordon or Grealish?
Grealish.
Right? Who's the one that can hurt you most with pace?
Gordon.
Right, so he's gone with pace. So he's kind of gone into that narrative as well. So Tuchel, it feels as though he's looking at hurting teams with pace, getting the ball in those areas. Saka, Saka starts, right? I still think Saka needs a good 6 months. I'd like to see a bit more from him. I'd like to see a bit more final third creativity. Just like to see a bit more. He's had injuries, but right now he's our number one wide right player. I still think I want to see just a bit more. I just want to see him have a good 6 months and get yourself in that England squad and be the first choice. Because Noni, by the way,
yeah,
you know,
is he knocking on the door?
Well, he's the closest thing he's got to competition, and he's of course at the same club.
Yeah.
So Noni's out injured at the moment. So that next 6 months for the pair of them is going to be really crucial.
Let's hear from him. Thomas Tuchel. He's been speaking to talkSPORT a little earlier on today, recalling Jude Bellingham and Phil Foden and where he sees them playing.
Well, the solution is, first of all, clarity. I think the guys need to know on which position they compete, at least in this camp. Then we always have the possibility to change on a short notice or in game if the game demands something else. But the clarity where they come in, this means for Jude, he competes on the number 10 position. I think this is very natural for him. This is where he plays for Real Madrid, and where he feels most comfortable and where he's the strongest for club and country. For Phil, he's for me a unique player. He is very hard to put him into one role or one position and say you are a 9, you are a 10, you are a 8. He plays very fluid. I think this is his key strengths, and that's maybe the clarity in this case. For this camp, we're not giving too much away, because I also don't want Serbia and Albania to be aware of our thoughts tactically wise. But I think we will try to put Phil first of all in a central position as a, you can call it 9.5 or 10.5, but I think he needs to be in the middle of the pitch. He needs to be close to other teammates. He needs to be close to the opponent's box. I think for me the second goal he scored against Dortmund is a typical Phil Foden goal, being in a half turn on the spot, having an excellent first touch and guiding the ball, then curling it around the goalkeeper and into the corner, being able to assist from there, and this is where I want to have him, like close to the opponent's box in a central spot. And this is what we will try for this camp.
Really interesting to hear from Thomas Tuchel there. I think he's got a real understanding of both those two players and the positions that they should be playing in. It's good to hear him talking about Phil Foden playing centrally rather than out wide. I don't want to see Phil Foden playing out wide for England, if I'm honest, mate, because I think there's stronger options in those wider positions.
Yes.
With lads that are doing that on a week-by-week basis. I think we are spoilt for choice at 10. I really do think that we're spoiled for choice at 10. Obviously, you've mentioned two players there in Phil Foden and Jude Bellingham who are going to be competing for a similar spot. I think Eberechi Eze comes into that conversation. Cole Palmer, when he's fit, comes into that conversation. Somebody somewhere is going to miss out. Obviously, we can't pick that just yet because there's still a good way of the season still to go, mate. But that is a position that is going to cause a serious amount of debate, I think, from football fans, pundits and what have you as we build into the World Cup. Who is going to be that 10, that supporting role to Harry Kane?
Well, I just mentioned about the Saka and you know, he needs a big 6 months. I think Noni Madueke, when he comes back, will throw his hat in the ring. None more so than in that 10 position is it as competitive on the pitch, right? And this is a good thing, right? This is a good thing for Tuchel. It's a tough thing because an influential player, and I'm looking at I've just written them down in front of me now. Someone's going to miss out. You would have thought. I feel for Foden in an England shirt because what happened last tournament was that he put Foden on the left, which is still a little bit of a problem even for Tuchel right now, I think. Eze might have wanted, I think Eze had a role out there at some stage. He might come off the bench.
I think the solution's there. I think, listen, I know that he's not starting regularly, but you can't look and begrudge what Marcus Rashford's doing at Barcelona,
No,
mate.
I've written Rashford down. I think he likes Rashford. And the thing that goes in the favour of Rashford, he's got experience.
Yeah.
And he's playing for Barcelona.
He's quick. Yeah. He's direct.
Yeah. And that pace, remember I mentioned about the pace? About hurting teams.
Yeah.
That's why I think Grealish is out. That's why I think Foden and Tuchel say will play out the left.
It doesn't work.
Because he can't hurt you. Yeah, he can come inside. And there were moments, actually, where Foden done it really well in English shirt, where he comes inside and Bellingham actually was the one that made the run on the outside and gives the width. And then Foden arrives in there. But then you become predictable because you know he's not going to go on the outside. And then you're waiting for that movement from Foden to come inside. When you've got Rashford or Anthony Gordon, wow. I mean, they can play the ball inside and follow their pass, or they stand you up 1v1, knocking it out my feet. But the number 10 position, I've got Scott in there as well, who's got his first call up. I've got Rodgers, I've got Bellingham, I've got Foden, I've got Palmer, I've got Eze. I probably missed someone out. I can't think of it right now.
Well, Gibbs-White is obviously not in this squad.
Gibbs-White's not in the squad. I think that's the moment has gone for him. I think it's gone for Grealish. I think there's too much competition there for Gibbs-White.
Yeah.
Too much competition.
Madison obviously is out injured.
That's the injury is obviously going to completely kibosh that. But
what I don't know what you think about this, right? The informed guy for me. Just mind Phil Foden to one side. The informed guy that you can build a team around here is obviously the captain in Harry Kane. He is flying at Bayern Munich, and if you look at the way that he is performing, he's being allowed to come off the front. He's being allowed to pick it up deep. He's being allowed to ping it around. I don't think you want to stop Harry Kane being Harry Kane. Let him be that thing. So the key question is, who is the best out of all those players that you just mentioned there? Who is the best supporting role for Harry Kane doing Harry Kane? Who is the person that is prepared to run beyond, to be aggressive with those runs, to fill the gap that Harry Kane is going to leave, and obviously then be supported by those wide guys, a Saka or maybe a Rashford, the flying red arrows or whatever you want to class them as? Kane's going to drop. That's what he wants to naturally do. So who's the person in that 10 that goes beyond?
Well, you go back 2 years ago under Carlo Ancelotti, that was Bellingham.
There you go.
That was Bellingham. That was pretty much what he did. He was an hour and a half. He played that role and scored lots of goals and got in there. Thomas Tuchel has had Harry Kane at Bayern Munich. They know one on a personal level outside of this England squad.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Do you not build the team around him, though?
Well,
given the form that he's in right now.
Yeah, I mean, the problem you've got with that is Harry Kane. Who is the other Harry Kane?
There isn't one. He's a unicorn.
That's what I mean for England. There is no Harry Kane. So building a team around, building a team. What does that mean? He's got
to suit his style.
No, I get that, but managers like at club level, they might have one or two choices that can build up, or maybe a midfield general that can, Pirlo at not saying they built a team around him, but he was the linchpin.
He was the quarterback, yeah.
He was the one, and they had players that was best suited for that. You're almost saying something similar up the higher end of the pitch as Pirlo. He's a Pirlo that's a 9, that's a 10. Then he plays those passes, probably 30, 40 yards higher up the pitch. Harry Kane's passing ability is unbelievable.
Yeah.
He is an unbelievable footballer. Unbelievable footballer. Underrated, by the way. People listening to this don't rate him, they're buffoons, by the way. But there is no player that can do that, I'm afraid.
But would you agree, though, out of everybody that you just mentioned there, that the person that can balance what Kane wants to do the most, the best, would be Bellingham? Because Bellingham can come deep and he can play and he can pass.
I agree with that.
But then he can go beyond.
I agree with that. But so here's the modern game now, when, it kind of died out a little bit now, but you'll hear someone say he doesn't know his best team. Well, there is no such thing anymore. That's left the modern game.
I think he's building a system here. I think Tuchel is building a system.
But the best, know your best team against who? So you will have your best team against an Iceland.
Yeah, fair.
Going back to like the Hodgson
when you come
days,
against France, it's different. Yeah.
Right, your best team looks different. Mm-hmm. Also, I think it's fair to say that now, again, the modern game, you can win the game from the bench.
Yeah.
The game can change from the bench. So it might be that you approach the game slightly differently. You might be 1-0 up, and your approach to the game the last half hour will be very different from it was from the first half hour. It was 0-0. Now you're 1-0 up. I'm thinking about Croatia. I'm thinking about Italy at Wembley.
Yeah.
As the game changes, so should your attitude towards what subs you make, how you approach the game. And Southgate, the criticism, I was definitely should have changed.
That was it. His in-game management was the thing.
Yeah. And I think we've got the right man at that moment that can make the right calls at the right time to make the calls that benefit England. And it might be even that Harry Kane comes off. He might make that call. Yeah. Instead against Croatia, where I felt Vardy should have come on to stretch them, to give us some legs. And he didn't do that,
Who's the number 10? 03717 22 3344. Sports Bar Weekend on talkSPORT. I'm Adam Catterall, Jason Cundy alongside me. Colin, how are you, mate?
All right, Cole.
Hello, mate. You all right? Hello, Cat. Hello, Jace. You all right?
Hello, matey.
What's going on in the shed tonight, pal?
Well, a little Guinness and a lardy-dard, as we do.
Have you gone for a canned Guinness, or have you got the tank on?
No, I've got a canned Guinness, mate.
Did it have the widget in it?
It did.
Oh, sorry, but it pours nice, so it looks like it's come out of the boozer.
Yeah, it does. It's a very nice pint. There you go.
Creamy?
I've got a few points for you. Just very quickly, Jake, you're absolutely right about where they held Henry and all those sort of people, Bergkamp. And I will tell you what I think is that I think it's a lack of good captains. I mean, when you looked at Roy Keane and you looked at Vieira, they changed the game, which you don't do now. So captains is a big problem. And I think, I'll be listening to United and Tottenham on the way up to watching Stockport and Luton, which I think is going to be a great game. But the England team, you can't tell me that that's what we're going to go to the World Cup with without another centre forward. You're having a laugh, aren't you? I mean, if Kane gets injured, we're in the trouble.
Yeah. Who is the centre forward though that you bring in?
Well, well, you've got to bring in the best English centre forward at the moment, which is Welbeck. And, he's really looking good this season, and I've been really impressed with the guy. I mean, he's better than Ollie, and he just knows where the goal is.
He's having an all right season.
No, the fact that... So, listen, this is no slight on Danny Welbeck, one little bit, by the way. But the fact that you said that's our best next... you go back... Danny Welbeck's record in an England shirt, by the way, I think it's one goal every 2 games, something like that. It's phenomenal, right?
Yeah, it's very good.
But the fact you've gone to Danny Welbeck tells you a little bit about the state of where we are. Danny Welbeck, I don't think he's played an England game for like nearly 8, 9, 10 years, whatever it might be. That's an issue, isn't it? I mean, it's not Thomas Tuchel's fault that you've said Danny Welbeck. Or, I mean, obviously Ollie Watkins is the other natural, obvious choice. Delap might have a good 6 months. Who knows? His injury problems, but who is there?
Well, you've got to go with. Tuchel's always said this, and that's why he dropped Trafford. That not playing for the team that's playing at the moment. Welbeck is playing, and he is actually scoring goals. So you've got to go with what he said. He said that the guys who are playing well, then they should be playing. So he goes with one centre forward in this particular break, and he's playing. He said, "Oh well, I'll play a false 9, and I'll put Foden in." I'm sorry, that's not the way we play.
I think that Watkins is the obvious choice.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he's had his injury problems, we still have March to look at. Clearly, bringing Danny Welbeck in now it's a big, bold move, that one, because Danny's been at the international scene. And again, I can understand why they mention him. I can see why Danny Welbeck's been mentioned, because he looks so good. He looks like there's an absolute freedom about him. He loves playing with a smile on his face. Feels like he's got the wind beneath his wings. The way he moves and runs, and he looks as content as I've ever seen him play as a footballer.
Kept himself in some good shape, hasn't he?
He has. And Brighton give him, because of the way they play, they put balls in the box. They're gonna play. I feel a bit for Tuchel here, because there's not like the obvious choice. It's not like we've got Alan Shearer playing for Blackburn. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's not those
Shearer, Wright, Fowler, all them.
Do you know what I mean? Sheringham, those we don't have that. Those options aren't available. And if he's decided, we don't know what he's going to decide, but if it is Watkins to be that obvious second choice, because he's a different type of striker, as we saw in the semi-final when he came off the bench, and scored the goal for us. I mean, he might look at Bellingham. Bellingham might be that other option.
Yeah.
And he might look at. So if I'm going to go to you now. 20 minutes to go in the game. You're putting Danny Welbeck up top. You're putting Bellingham up there, and Cole Palmer in behind, or Foden in behind. That's where it looks like he's faced with at the moment, looking into a crystal ball.
Cheers, Cole. Thanks, mate. Let's get some odds, shall we? With talkSPORT Bet.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com for exclusive offers and bonuses. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Time to speak to the best Ruben Amorim lookalike in the talkSPORT Bet business. Ryan, how are you, lad?
Good evening, boys. You all right?
Yeah, why can't I see you on screen? We're not going. Oh, there he is. There's Ruben.
Am I here? Can you see me? I can't see you. I can't see you, but as long as you can see me, that's the main thing.
Streaming to the world now, mate. Look at you.
I know. I can see you now. Here we go. Do you know what? I put the black on as well, because I noticed there was an all-black theme with you two. You got a black hoodie.
I actually thought I saw you this afternoon, but then I realised that it was the full Manchester United squad that was on my train on the way down to London this afternoon.
No, was it really?
The full hit, mate. They were all in first class. They were loading it right up, mate.
Oh no, I'm jealous. It's a big game for us, to be fair, this weekend, isn't it? Massive game. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I'll be honest with you, because they've pulled our pants down last season. They've had like an aggregate score of something. It was something like 9-3, I think, last season. Yeah. So they really did us in.
Listen, don't you worry, mate. You're flying now. He's turned it round. He's manager of the month. You've won 3 on the spin and all that type of carry on. Everything's popping, isn't it?
I know, and we have 2 magic men as well, according to Cundy. I like that. I like what you did there, Cundy.
Mavericks, not magic. Yeah, Mavericks is what he referred to him as. There you go.
Mavericks, yeah. I know. Look, I know he's not a jinky kind of player, but I'm still putting Bruno in there as one of the...
So stop it with your Bruno obsession, mate.
Let it go. No, I've still got to put him in there as one of the poster boys of the Prem. I think he's unbelievable. I think he's an absolute machine. So he's in there as well. I think we've got three. I think we've got three of them. In fact, I'm talking myself into it now. I think we're going to whoop Spurs now.
I don't know. You go back over the captains of Man United. You know,
is it not a sign of modern day captaincy though?
No, I think you're probably right. Actually, I think you're probably right. I think the Roy Keanes of this world would have not toned it down, because you can't tone Roy Keane down. But
no,
you know, in terms, he is United's most consistent best player since he signed in that January. It was outstanding. So yeah, I'm going to give you half a point for that. Is that right, Rhino?
Yeah, I'll take half a point from Jason Cundy every day of the week.
Come on then. What's the odds on this? Spurs at home against Manchester United, 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah, I know. Like I say, it's a crazy aggregate score and the worst Europa League final in recent memory as well. But you know what? There's something that has to be said about that Jekyll and Hyde week that Spurs have had, though, really, because it was limp against Chelsea, wasn't it? It was quite limp, and it was only 1-0, but it was a battering. It was one of those weird 1-0s. But then they beat a team. A whooping, yeah, I'm with you. And it was against the team they should have won. They did. They whooped them. So it's weird. But statistically, bizarrely, there's a factor that's playing against Spurs here, boys. They're not very good at home. Right. In fact, in the Premier League in 2025, no Premier League side has lost more games at home. Oddly enough, Thomas Frank has lost 9 of his last 16 at home as well. So, and I know you both sat down for this. Manchester United are away from home, but they're the favourites, boys, for this, despite losing.
Who are United? Are?
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm raising an eyebrow a bit as well. I couldn't believe that one. But they lost 4 times to them last season. And as I say, they are favourites. They're at 29-20. Spurs, 17-10. I have to say, there's pennies in it. There is not a lot in it. The draw's 13-5.
What's both teams to score? Come on, pal. That's the only bet.
Is that where the clever money's going?
That's what it's at.
Both teams to score, right?
Yeah.
And you've set me up perfectly there, because talkSPORT Bet have a super boost, right? Okay. It's the headline super boost on the app, on the website, as soon as you click on. Yeah. And it's evens. It's priced at evens right now for both teams to score. So it's actually a really good price for that. United to win and both teams to score, 16-5. But boys, how weird is this? Mickey van der Ven, top goal scorer for Spurs, right? 23-4 to score any time. I'm saying, look at it, because he tore us apart last season at Old Trafford when we lost 3-0. He absolutely ran through us. So yeah, that might be an outside shout. That.
Let's talk about, I mean, it's amazing. All of the top 4 play each other. We got on Sunday, we'll talk about that City versus Liverpool. The other game, of course, the 5:30 kickoff on Saturday, Sunderland take on Arsenal. And this, when you looked at the fixtures at the beginning of the season, you're looking at that going, it's just an easy win for Arsenal. I still think Arsenal win, but it's not quite going to be as plain sailing as it felt about 6 or 7 weeks ago.
Yeah, you're right. They've been a fantastic team, and we've talked about how the newly promoted teams need to adapt, and that is what they've done, and they've obviously exceeded expectations as well. I'm sat opposite Rory Jennings every week now on our new podcast, Studs Up, by the way, and I'm asking him every single week. I say, is it in jeopardy, Chelsea's record? Is it in jeopardy? I'm asking every week, and his eyes are just widening a bit more every week now.
It's definitely in jeopardy. There's no doubt about that. I mean, you'd be an absolute fool to think it's not in jeopardy.
I was going to ask you your opinion, Cundy.
No. It has to be mathematically. You know, you'd have to be.
What is it? 15.
15. They've got 3 in. Is it 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to go very close. Yeah, they're going to go. They're going to go really close. They are brilliant defensively. They are a brilliant team. There's no getting away from them. They're a brilliant team, and you know that record might go. There's a chance. The records are there to be beaten, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I know it is a good record, though. I actually think it's the best in the Premier League.
15 in 38.
I know.
That is, I mean, yes, but there is a chance. But I heard Danny Murphy talk the other day, so they will have moments, and it's going to come. There will be moments they concede goals. Of course it will happen, but it depends how many.
Well, they're 2-5 favourites, Arsenal. Sunderland, for context, they've been amazing, right? And they're 7-1. So look, I still know everyone's going to tilt towards Arsenal. I get it, but 7-1 for Sunderland. They might feel a bit hard done by that.
7-1 at home.
Yeah,
I'll have a pound on that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, the draw's 18-5. A pound on that. The draw's 18-5.
Big spender, man. I'm going to go for a pound.
Look,
right through
calm down.
Coppering up for it.
The draw's 18-5, so that might be something you want to look at if you want the Sunderland bias bet here. But here's the kicker: Arsenal to win, both teams to score 16-5, because that is less likely than Arsenal to win to 0, which is just over even. Yeah, so I'm saying Arsenal to win just over to 0, just over evens right now. I said it last week; it came in. Have a look at it. You've got to have a look at it. The form that they're in right now.
Okay.
Is Cundy going to be celebrating tomorrow night? He's doing the game from 8 o'clock.
Chelsea.
That's it. Chelsea.
Up the world champions.
Chelsea against managerless Wolves. Dangerous.
What? I know. I heard you at the start of the show. What are we calling it? The no manager bounce? Is that what we're going to call this?
That's it, man.
The no manager
caretaker.
bounce, mate.
Caretaker bounce.
Caretaker bounce. That's never been said before on national radio. The caretaker. Has it been said?
I don't think so. The interim bounce. That's what they're getting, man.
Yeah. I saw Cundy's eyes widen when you said that cautionary tale about Blackburn.
Yes.
He put the fear of God into him, didn't he?
3 on the spin. Caretaker.
It's brilliant. Well, Chelsea are favourites, Jace. You calm down. You'll be all right. They're 4-11 favourites. That's what talkSPORT Bet's saying anyway. Okay. Again, for context here, Wolves are 7-1 to beat Chelsea. Even the draw's 4-1. Yes, there's no manager, and they might take the handbrake off a little bit because why not go for it? But it's still Chelsea in the driver's seat there. Chelsea to win, and both teams to score 21-10. That's what I'm looking at. I like it because Wolves have still been finding the back of the net. Yeah. They still know how to score a goal, and I think. This version of them where they can just go for it, I think that might happen.
We're not great defensively. We give up chances as we saw at midweek. Yeah. The biggest game, or if you want to call it that, I suppose it is Man City take on Liverpool. Arsenal are taking care of their business. We'll know what both teams have got to do when they come to face off. City at home, 4:30 kick-off against Liverpool.
Yeah, it's fallen perfectly, hasn't it, actually? I think you're right. Headliner of the weekend. There's 1 point between these two, 19 and 18 points on the board, 6 and 7 points off Arsenal, respectively, as well. So I'll just get straight into this one. It's actually not close. It's closer between Spurs and United. City are the favourites at 20-23. Liverpool are 13-5 to win. So City are the strong favourites for this one, you could suggest. And the draw's on at 31-10. I was looking for value. Shall I just scrap that and give you the Haaland market?
Yeah, do it, man.
That's what everyone's going to be
Two or more from Haaland. What we're getting?
I knew you'd call that one. See, I know you so well, Catman. 100-30 for 2 or more right now, which I don't think is too bad at all. You've got a booster here, Haaland to score and City to win 2-1. That's 27-1. Haaland to score the first goal in the game is 11-4, or the Haaland hat-trick. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's here anyway, and it's 10-1. 10-1, that's a testament to the man himself. But yeah, there you go. Those are the Haaland markets. If they float your boat, heading over to talkSPORT Bet and check them out.
Top man. Thank you, Ruben.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
See you, mate. Ta-da. That was a look at the ahead to the latest action this weekend with talkSPORT Bet. Terms and conditions apply. You've got to be over 18. BeGambleAware.org.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com for exclusive offers and bonuses. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Right, there's lots of Brits abroad doing bits in Europe. We're going to get a full roundup from Andy Brassel next. Don't go anywhere.
Get in the ring to win on talkSPORT.
We've got a new prize up for grabs. It's a knockout. We're giving you the chance to win 2 tickets for the highly anticipated rematch between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, taking place at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium next Saturday, 15th of November. The prize includes one night stay at a 5-star hotel in London, plus £5,000 worth of spending money, and it'll be an unforgettable weekend. Here's how to enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word BOX to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 13th of November at 1 p.m. and you need to answer our call to win. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
We're less than a year away now from the World Cup, and each week we'll be keeping you updated with how the key English players are performing across the continent. Here's European football expert Andy Brassel on how to look out for across Europe.
Harry Kane goes to Berlin to face Union with Bayern Munich on Saturday, looking to avoid a third successive Bundesliga match without scoring. Blimey. He has struck in both the Champions League and the DFB Pokal since his last league goal, though, so we will let him off, even if it was Luis Diaz who scored Bayern's goals in this week's win at Paris Saint-Germain. By the way, a victory for Bayern would make it 17 wins from 17 in all competitions this season. Very impressive. Joe Bellingham will hope for a third Bundesliga start of the season as Borussia Dortmund visit Hamburg, the same city, of course, in which he made his league debut for the club away at St. Pauli, where he was subbed at half-time and his dad infamously stepped behind the scenes for a word with sporting director Sebastian Kehl at the end. It'll be a busy weekend for the many Englishmen of Ligue 1. Tyler Morton and Ainsley Maitland-Niles face an injury-ravaged PSG on Sunday night with Lyon. Angel Gomez, who scored Marseille's winner at Auxerre last week, faces Brest on Saturday afternoon, along with Mason Greenwood and CJ Egan-Riley. And Kane's old teammate Eric Dyer has returned to training for Monaco, so fingers crossed we'll see if he's fit enough to take part in Monaco's game with Lens, an early battle for the Champions League places. By the way, Martial Godot scored the winner for Strasbourg at Hecken in the Conference League on Thursday. He and Ben Chilwell face Lille on Sunday afternoon. Fikayo Tomori and Ruben Loftus-Cheek were both late subs for Milan last weekend, and so might have to settle for that again at Parma on Saturday after Max Allegri's team got a 1-0 win over Roma that put them back within a point of the top. Finally, Trent Alexander-Arnold hopes for a first start in nearly 2 months as La Liga leaders Real Madrid cross the capital for the derby with Rayo Vallecano on Sunday afternoon, which, of course, sounds very much like Jude Bellingham's cup of tea, especially after his England recall. They will expect to be 8 points clear of Barcelona by the time they KO on Sunday night, with Marcus Rashford and company facing a tricky trip to in-form Celta Vigo. The good news for Marcus being it's usually windy and rainy there, so he should feel right at home.
For a more in-depth review of all the things that are happening across European football, we are British players. Make sure you tune into Trans Europe Express with Danny Kelly and Andy Brassel, 9 o'clock Sunday evening. You can also listen to the best bits on Danny Kelly's Trans Europe Express podcast, which is available every week on the talkSPORT app via your favourite podcast platforms. We've got quite a few Brits abroad. Mm-hmm. Did you ever get the opportunity yourself?
No, mate.
To go and do a little bit?
No. No. It's only become really a modern-day football thing.
It's good, though. No, I like that they go and experience different cultures and go and immerse themselves in different ways of playing.
I mean, yes. But of course, the money, when I grew up as a kid, there was like the David Platts, there was before that.
Des Walker did a bit, Ince did a bit.
Ray Wilkins did a bit of that. I mentioned Ian Rush.
Yeah.
Ian Rush done
Hughes, same.
Gaza, Mark Hughes, but that's where the money was. The money's here. That's the money's all here now. The money in Italy, growing up in like the 80s, that's where the money was in the early 90s. In the Premier League now is the power.
And there's a bit of prestige there, wasn't there? You know what I mean? You go and play for Juventus, go and play for AC Milan, Sampdoria.
I can only imagine what Gaz was like going around Rome as playing for Lazio.
Well of a time.
Yeah. But I'm pleased for the boys. Trent, you mentioned that there in that England squad. We didn't touch on Trent really, and I wonder. That probably tells out of sight, out of mind. Maybe his England days under Tuchel are done.
Well, he's obviously watching Bellingham, so it's the same team. It's just that Trent's not the first choice fullback in that particular position.
He's not played a lot.
And when you look at the type of players, like I look at Tuchel and the way that he's setting this up, he's setting this up as a system. This is the way that he wants to play. Now, what players are going to be fitting his system? Trent Alexander-Arnold is a fantastic footballer. There's no doubt about that. But does his style of play suit the way that Thomas Tuchel is going to try and set up this England team? I don't think it does. I think it suits Reece James more.
He loves Reece, knows Reece, and Reece is a brilliant right back.
Yes, he is. Absolutely
if he's fit, Reece starts. It's as simple as that. That's one of the nailed-on positions that we don't really talk about. Because you expect, you talk about Pickford, you talk about Mark Gahey, probably. You'd expect Rice. Bellingham's been called into question because of what Morgan Rogers done, and we had 2 good games, although he's back in the squad. Kane is the other obvious choice, and probably Saka. There's other places up for grabs, but I think Reece starts, mate, if he's fit.
I'm just looking at the defenders, though, because we've obviously gone heavy on the midfield and attack. I'm a fan of Jed Spence. Do you have him at left back or do you have him in that right back slot?
Do you know what, right? I think versatility in a squad when you go abroad is a big thing.
Yeah, fair.
I think that if you look at that and there's a choice between a second choice left back and a second choice right back,
but a lad
one
that
of
can do
those
both.
might be in doubt, you look at Jed Spence and thinks he can actually do both of those. And, I think
does them well. Left back, he's done really well.
Does it very well. So I think that might really work in his favour, actually.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what side he picks for this, because I'm looking at that and listen, I know that Nico O'Reilly's in good form for City at the moment. You've obviously got...
By the way, he's a brilliant player.
Very good. He's a midfielder playing at left back, mate.
He is such a good player.
Very talented lad.
Yeah.
Mark Gahey, I think, is a shoe-in for centre-back, and then obviously you're looking for a partner there. I think it'll be John Stones. It's going to be really interesting to... Mate, the more I think about this, the more excited I get about next summer. I do. I know we're a long time off and there's a lot could happen and some of these lads might get injured and then the whole thought process might change if that injury is Harry Kane, like we've been in this position before. But as it stands right now, I sit here and I go, we've got some good lads. Adam Wharton, Elliot Anderson, lads that we've not mentioned. Top midfielders. Really, really good holding midfielders that could do a job alongside a Declan Rice. You've then got the attacking midfielders in the likes of Bellingham, Foden, Palmer not in this one. Eberechi Eze. Come on, man. We've got some players.
No, do you know what?
If you're across Europe looking at England, you're thinking...
No, of course.
They've got some lads there.
There is the stigma that's attached to England. Yeah, we are, the serial failures, get so far, got good teams, getting moments in games and fall flat in our face. Thomas Tuchel, let me tell you now, Thomas Tuchel has been brought in for 3 games.
Yeah.
It's the quarter-final,
it's
the semi-final, it's the final. They're the 3 games. So, yes, he's got to carry through the campaign, get us qualified. Yeah, there's a camp coming up. Yeah, bore off, one in March. Let me tell you, there's 3 games he's been brought in to do.
That's it.
It's the quarter-final against whoever it might be. Semi-final, another big dog, if we get to a final. That's where he's going to be earning his money. Getting to the semi-final, getting to the quarter-final is something that has to happen. This squad, plus the manager's going to... Then it's the decision-making. It's the moments... Those periods in games where the shift happens, there might be a period where all of a sudden you feel they make a substitution. Do we react to that? They start getting a bit of joy. That game against Italy, right, at Wembley, right? The goal was coming. Their equaliser was coming. It was coming. That goal was coming for about 10 minutes. How does Tuchel react to that when he sees it in front of him? That's where he's been brought in for. Don't pretend anything different. He's getting paid an 18-month contract for 3 games.
Going to win it, aren't we? We're going to do it.
It's coming home.
Come on, let's do a bit of trivia next. Don't go anywhere. we go.
If only you could hear that conversation that
I know.
Catman and Matt just had here, right? Oh,
Listen, we were getting a little bit carried away, mate.
we are.
World Cup does
Yeah.
that to people, doesn't it? Does that?
Yeah.
Got to get the retro football shirts. What would be your retro England kit, Mr. Quizzy?
It would probably be 2002.
2002, just remind me.
The red stripe going down there. Or the red one where Beckham scored the penalty against Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be the one.
That one with the red stripe down there. Is that the Owen away scores that trick against Germany?
Not sure.
When they beat them 5-1?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That was the year before, wasn't it? So I don't know.
Listen, I'm a 1990s man. Gascoigne, number 19 up back. Little Umbro number. What's yours?
So I'm going to show my age here. All right.
Where are you going?
I'm going 1982. Kevin Keegan.
Beautiful.
With the
Admiral.
The Admiral, right across the top. I've got that shirt, mate. I've got it.
Home or away?
The away one, the red one.
It still fit you?
I think the red.
The red one's even better.
Do you know what, right? So I've not had it since 82, obviously. I bought it on eBay, right? Got it cheap. Got it really cheap. And I'm going to get, it's a bit tighter than when I bought it. And I went on, during the last Euros, I went on eBay to see if I can find another one, mate. They're like trebled in price.
Serious?
Yeah, so I've got like an Admiral.
Retro kits have gone through the roof, man.
The Admiral, I've got the sewn on Admiral badge.
Yeah.
So it's not one of those stuck-on thingies.
Okay.
Sewn in. And I'm like, I might have to lose some weight for the World Cup.
You're gonna have to.
What do you think one of your retro shirts would be worth now?
Um,
One of your...
The old Chelsea Commodore. The old Chelsea Commodore.
Yeah, I remember debuting that.
It is a good kit, that, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's an old, yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Honestly, mate, I might look on eBay now. You do the quiz and I'll go on
Listen,
eBay.
we got 6 months to get ourselves in shape to fit in them retro shirts for the World Cup. That's what we got. Now, listen. He brings his A game here for the quiz, right? This is high level trivia.
Yeah.
This is not easy.
He tries to cheat.
There's no tap-ins here, pal.
No.
He brings the A game.
Do you know what, right? I played this with Coley. I'm like, I couldn't care less. Coley's like...
Oh, he's competitive,
Is he on a
mate.
win bonus?
Yeah. He's on a win bonus if he wins the quiz.
Right, come on in.
Come on, Matty boy, what have you got for us?
So the big game this weekend is, I would say, is the Man City-Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want you to name for me the 16 Premier League top goal scorers.
Why 16? See, he's come up with a random number here,
There's
right?
a reason why, you know that.
Okay.
We've got to name all 16.
The 16 top Premier League goal scorers that have played for either Man City or Liverpool.
So we've got to name all
in
16?
the Premier League. Yes.
Well,
They don't have to have scored all the goals for Man City or Liverpool.
They've just got to have played for him at some point, but they are a
Being
top
that-
goal scorer within the top 16
Yes,
bracket.
You're right.
Lampard.
16.
Lampard.
Look at you. Look at
Gotta go with Super Frankie Lampard.
Of all the random shouts,
No.
you
goes
go
for a
with Frank
Chelsea.
Lampard.
It goes for a Chelsea legend.
I'm
for that
going with
question.
Super Frankie Lampard. Well, you see, your brain's got to work in different ways on this one.
Yours definitely does, mate. Yes, okay.
Yeah, but I know this is nailed on.
Yeah. So, listen, he's in the top 16, and once upon a time, he did have a little bit of a flirt with City. So you can
Right.
have it. Go on.
Can I name any more?
You got to lock him in, mate. Go for it.
Lock in Super Frankie Lampard.
Well done, mate.
He's in there. Number 4 on the list.
Can I do another Chelsea player?
Yeah, you can do if you want. Why are you doing all Chelsea players?
And another Liverpool player and a City player. Sterling.
Well, hang on.
Come on, mate. You can't.
I don't know if is he in the top 16?
Oh, he's in the 100 club, right?
Is he in the 100 club?
Sterling is.
Raheem Sterling?
Raheem Sterling's in the 100 club. I don't like. Okay, listen.
Can we do something a little bit more obvious? A little bit more obvious, yeah.
Aguero.
Yeah, can we do Sergio Aguero? Lock it in.
Of course, he's number 3.
And how many goals?
184 goals.
What did Lamps get?
177.
Right. Okay. Shall we open it up to people? Other people can play. It's not just me and you, mate, just sitting here answering the question.
Go on then.
Go on then. We'll let Ben have a go. Ben, how are you, mate?
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, we're all right. Listen, I apologise. Cundy just wanted to answer the whole thing by himself. Go on. You're more than welcome to join in now, pal.
What's the question again?
Oh, mate, come on.
Mate, it's a wound of that, isn't it? Phoned up now about it. You don't know what the question is.
We're looking for the top 16 Premier League goal scorers of all time, but they must have some type of affiliation in playing for either Manchester City or Liverpool during the Premier League era. All right, mate?
Okay. All right. Start off.
Thank you, mate. Go on, you can lock that in. Go for it.
Yeah, looking Salah.
Well done. Where is he on the list?
He's right at the top, 190.
Salah's isn't that close? Is it at 200? Go on there, boy. Well done.
Not finished.
Right, have a little bit of a think. 03717 22 3344. We're going to get this done next.